Hey, this is my review of Pro Wrestling Noah's The First Navigation 2011 from Osaka, Japan, January 15th, 2011. The show is available all over the place, YouTube, forums, wherever. I recommend it, and here's why. First match we had was Taue Akira, Ricky Marvin, and Fat Man Yoshie versus Isjimori Taiji, Masao Inoue, and Aoki Masashi, I think. You had crazy old men, you had high flyers, you had a fat man. What else do you need? About 42%. Then we had Kanemaru, Yoshinobu, Hirayanagi Genba versus Nakajima Katsuhiko and Miyahara Kento. And this should have been the over. This is really good. About 62%. Then we had Suzuki Kotaro and Ogawa Yoshinari versus Eddie Edwards and Bobby Fish, the Gaijin. Eddie Edwards is challenging for the GHC Junior Championship held by Suzuki very soon, so they built that up very well. They looked like the stars of the match, and the finish made me want to see that match. And I haven't been excited for Noah's Juniors in a while, like a year. Then we had Morishima Takeshi and Muhammad Yone. It's about 40%. Yone sucks. Morishima did the best he could with him. He let him get too much offense. I don't know, Yone must like blow the boss or something. Yeah, should have been a squash for Morishima, but it wasn't. And I'm gonna forget it in about a week. Then we had Sasaki Kensuke versus Sano Takuma. Sano worked over the ribs of Sasaki really well, and at one point it looked like he went and broke them. It was so good. And instead of going to the ribs again, when Sasaki was on his back, Sano went for a figure four leg lock. Never worked on the leg the rest of the match. Completely useless. No point for that move. And the match was still with all the lariats, and it was very compelling. It was about 76%. Sasaki's good. It was his selling and his lariats and his offense that made the match. Then we had the return of Jun Akiyama. It was Akiyama Jun and Saito Akitoshi versus Shiozaki Go and Taniguchi Shuhei. This is about 73%. This is very good. Unexpected. Part of the high rating is the surprise, and yeah, you have to watch it. Then we had what I consider match of the year so far. Takayama Yoshihiro versus Kenta. Now, Kenta was tougher than a $2 steak in this. Unfortunately, Takayama grabbed that bull by the horns, beat it to death with his bare hands, and he had that $2 steak for dinner, and he enjoyed it. It's a lot more competitive than I'm making it sound. Holy crap. This is a fight. There was head drops and stuff, but this was a fight first. This is about 92%, 91 maybe. This is the Kenta I like to see. Not 30 minutes of near falls. Yeah, check that match out. Seriously, the whole card. Then we had GHC Junior Tag Team Championships. The champions, Aoki Atsushi and Marufuji Naomichi versus Hirata Daisuke and Kotogi Atsushi from Osaka Pro. This was a very good match. Aoki reminded me of Dynamite Kid a lot in this match. Just some of his aggression and execution of moves. Little things, they look like they hurt. Kind of Bret Hart too. It was a bit of overkill, but it was very, very good. Hirata was the star, I believe. The one that hit harder. The other guy was kind of like Jack Evans, only he actually hit people and didn't barely touch them and expect them to sell. Yeah, this is strong. I didn't actually rate this. This is about 83%, which is pretty high for me rating an overkill match. But it wasn't that overkill. Then we had the main event for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, the most prestigious belt in wrestling right now. It is, unquestionably, it was the 14th month reign and the title on the line. As Shigeru Takahashi faced off against Bison Smith, who won the title shot at an earlier show. Bison looked really good. Sugiura looked amazing. Sugiura looked like the more intimidating of the two, despite being a lot smaller. And he hit harder, too. Now, there's a signature dive that Bison does, where he throws a guy into the crowd on a seat, and then he runs and launches himself, suicida style, right on him in the chairs, and that always gets a good reaction on the crowd. Now, that worked, although it made Sugiura mad, and he pulled off the Olympic slam on a row of chairs. It's gotta be seen. Very hard hitting, lots of hard lariats. Just the forearms, I'm pretty sure that Bison Smith forgot his name for at least 2 minutes. He probably pissed himself too. Hell of a stiff match, hell of a good match. I give this about 86. Best Bison Smith match I've ever seen. And my favorite part was, at one point Shigeru yells, "Bison!" And as if he's saying, yeah, he hits him with a huge fucking lariat. Very good match. This is my show of the year so far. It is better than Wrestle Kingdom. I challenge anyone to say any different after watching it. Anyway, I've been Sean Carlton, and this was like my 6th tape because I wasn't happy with it, so tell me if it was worth it. Alright.